Am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she tried to sabotage my relationship?
Hi.
I, 27F, am getting married in 2 months to the love of my life, Jake, 29M. We've been together for 5 years, and honestly, I never imagined finding someone who made me feel so safe, loved, and seen. Planning this wedding should be one of the happiest chapters of my life, but instead, it's been clouded by a painful rift with someone I never thought I'd have to cut out. My younger sister, Lily, 25F. Let me give you some context. Growing up, Lily and I were incredibly close. We were the kind of sisters people said were inseparable. She's always been the outgoing one. Beautiful, loud, funny, the life of every room. I was always more reserved, bookish, happy to let her be the star. I didn't mind. I loved cheering her on. She made life exciting. When Jake and I first started dating, she was thrilled. At least, she seemed that way. She and Jake got along well, maybe too well at times. But I didn't think anything of it. We'd hang out, the three of us go out to dinner, game nights, barbecues. She even used to joke that she wanted a boyfriend like Jake. Back then, I took it as flattery. Things changed about a year ago. Jake got a big promotion. He worked his ass off for it, and I was so proud of him. The raise meant we could finally buy our first home, a cozy little 3-bedroom in a neighborhood we both loved. It felt like our life was really coming together. That's when Lily's behavior started to shift. It began with subtle digs. She'd say things like, "Wow, you really scored, huh?" Or "Must be nice to get a house just because your man's successful." At first, I brushed it off. I figured maybe she was struggling financially, or just feeling left behind. We've always had different life trajectories. She's more spontaneous and adventurous. I've always been more practical. But then came the incident that still makes my stomach turn. At a family barbecue, after a few too many drinks, Lily stood up, unprompted, and loudly said, "You know, Jake hit on me before he and my sister got serious." The whole backyard went silent. Jake went pale and immediately denied it. I sat there, stunned. Lily laughed and said it was a joke, just something she made up for laughs. Except it wasn't funny. At all. Later, when I confronted her, she brushed it off and said I was being too sensitive. Jake was furious and hurt. I chose to believe him. He's never given me a reason not to trust him, and frankly, I know my sister and how she acts when she wants attention. But it didn't stop there. Over the next few months, she started sending these weird, passive-aggressive texts. Sometimes, they were accidental messages meant for her friends, things like, "I still don't get what Jake sees in her. She doesn't even challenge him. She's boring." If I were her, I'd be watching my back. Each time, she'd follow up with a "LOL, sorry, wrong person," or claim it was sarcasm. But it was clear what she was doing. She was trying to get in my head, trying to make me second-guess my relationship. And she almost succeeded. I started spiraling, questioning myself, asking Jake if there was any truth to what she was saying. He kept reassuring me, but I hated the fact that I was even starting to doubt him because of her. Then came the engagement. Jake proposed in the most thoughtful, intimate way, on a quiet hike, just the two of us and our dog, surrounded by fall colors and soft wind. It was perfect. Lily's response? A half-hearted congrats text 2 days after I posted the announcement. No call.
No card.
No celebration. When I asked if she wanted to be involved in the planning, she shrugged and said weddings were overhyped. That stung. But the final straw came when one of my friends showed me screenshots of Lily talking shit in a group chat we were both part of. She told everyone that Jake was only marrying me for financial reasons, that I was too plain to keep him interested long-term, and that our relationship wouldn't last 5 years. I was done. I sat with it for a few days. Talked to Jake. Talked to my therapist. And then I called her. I calmly told her she wasn't welcome at our wedding, that she had crossed so many lines, and I was no longer willing to allow her behavior to cast a shadow on my life.
She cried.
She begged, said I was overreacting and being cruel, that she was just trying to protect me. From what, I have no idea. Now my parents are involved. They're heartbroken and keep urging me to forgive her because family is everything. They say she's just insecure and going through a rough patch, that she didn't mean any of it, that weddings are stressful and sisters fight, that I should be the bigger person. But I'm tired of always being the bigger person. I'm tired of tolerating toxicity just because someone shares my DNA. This is supposed to be my day. A day filled with joy, love, and people who genuinely support our union. I don't want to look over my shoulder wondering what snide comment Lily might make, or whether she's whispering in someone's ear about how Jake should have picked her instead. So now I'm stuck in this emotional tug-of-war. On one hand, I want peace. I want to stop the drama. On the other hand, I feel like inviting her would be betraying myself and everything I've worked so hard to protect. So, am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she repeatedly tried to sabotage my relationship?